Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. Yours truly, Will. Antwan is in the building, so you know we're going to be talking about some NFL games. What's going on, cuz? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. We're getting one day closer, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man. And I was really waiting for you last week, and I know some stuff happened.
Yeah.
But I definitely wanted, because we, you and I had a fantasy football thing that was going.
Yes, sir.
And I knew that was going to be a lot of really talking because we was close. It still ended up close anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get you.
Yeah, man. That's the second year in a row, man. Second place.
Yeah. Second year row. But we're gonna rectify that. We're gonna rectify it. We're gonna make sure
competitive next year.
Make it competitive and also have trophies, because I should have 2 trophies by now. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
It is what it is. But I mean, it's always fun. But we'll definitely get the people who want to actually play to come and join us so we can go ahead and take care of business and do what we gotta do. See, I knocked Mark off in the semifinals. I knocked him off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He didn't hear nothing from him. He know what went down. Yeah. He know what went down. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought for sure I had you though. I thought for sure I had you. I'm like, I got 3 more guys to play. He's all in. Mm-hmm. He didn't play a guy. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah, made a mistake and everything. Made a mistake. Was doing some other stuff.
Mistake too. I put Joe Mixon on the bench. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying I had a guy who couldn't score. Like he was out. So you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So, but it is what it is, Victory formation. That's all it is, baby. That's what it is. All right, so look, we're gonna get you guys caught up and get you together for the Wildcard playoffs, and also go over to some games that happened locally, that kind of stuff. So real quick, this is where you're going to find us at the Mark and Will Show. Pretty much everything: X, Facebook, TikTok, You Don't Stop, Instagram, YouTube, Players Club. That's our group that we have that's with the Facebook page. That's over 10,000 strong. The Facebook page, the mothership, is over 10,000 strong also. So we're really happy about that. Go ahead and follow, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We had a great interview with Briar Griffin yesterday, so that was fun, from Butler County. We also going to have some more interviews coming your way next week. So we got a coach that's coming, so we can't wait for that. What's up, Don D? How you doing? What's going on, fam? Don D was on. He made his debut this Tuesday, so he was on, did his thing. Yeah, yes, sir. D, what's going on? Good evening, fellas. So we're gonna rock and roll like we always do. So we're gonna start off this way, Antwan. We're gonna go ahead. I'm getting right into, let's see. Louisville women, they actually won today. The game just finished. They crushed Pitt 74-44. They was only up by 10. I'm only up, but they was up by 10 at halftime. Took care of business, road win. Anytime you go on the road and win is great. They're at the highest ranking for this year. They was led by Sydney Taylor with 13, Kiki Jefferson with 10, Olivia Cochran 10 and 4. Harris had 8 and 6. On the bench, you had Jada Curry, who did her thing, 9 points. Love had 8 and 5 assists, doing the thing, and also 4 rebounds. So great win. Way to go ahead and crush Pitt. Just get out of here. We don't need none of that. Sit down somewhere in the corner. They got a star player, Antwan, that average over 20 points. Pitt does.
Mm.
And at one time, I think she had more fouls than she had points. He cut the water off. He said, I'm done with that. Let me see how many points she ended up with. She had, this is her line. She had 6 points, 4 fouls, 4 turnovers, 1 block, 7 rebounds. So she was on the boards, but couldn't do nothing. So they held her 14 points below her average, man. I mean, he just like, you're not gonna beat us.
Right.
Everybody else.
Right. Well, Walls knows what he's doing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He's gonna continue. He's gonna make them compete. They're gonna compete every year.
He like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you gonna do, but you ain't gonna do nothing. All these other ladies, you got to take care of business. And he went ahead and shut that down big time. Let me see. I do have another one, and it's not. Let's see. It's not finished, but I'll get a little quick update. UK is playing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's up actually 57-44 in the third quarter. This is a home game. UK is 8-8. Dang, Vanderbilt 15-1. They ain't been good like that in a minute. I hear you, Vanderbilt. Okay. Goodness, doing your thing. Not even ranked. So they don't even trust them. They ain't even ranked. They 15-1, not even ranked. Now it's 59-44. So hopefully Kentucky can rally and do something. But I heard Vanderbilt. I see you, man. I see you. Speaking of see you, a lot of people did not see this, period. Not that you didn't see it happening. A lot of people didn't watch this.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's be real. A lot of people did not watch this game. It's gonna be some people say, "Man, I watched it," but then you hear the real story. Man, I ain't watched it, but I looked on my phone and then I got superstitious. I didn't touch it. All that kind of stuff, right? So I actually, and I talk about this all the time. I actually did watch this game, and I don't know. I guess because wasn't really on TV, and I was doing the interview, so it was still on. You know what I'm saying? Because it came on at 7:00, and they was hanging in, but we seen that before. We seen they punch, and all of a sudden in the second half they get the doors blown off. Somebody decided they wanted to play a little harder, coach a little harder. I'm gonna say this as a Louisville fan. I'm not one of those who's gonna root against them, but I'm just gonna see what's going on, and I'm gonna call it like I see it. Great win, first great road win for Kenny Payne, his first one ever at Louisville, which is sickening to say, but hats off to him because he's actually coaching. He had a little fire behind him. The kids was really playing. They was playing for themselves. They was playing for him. Mike James was lights out, 26 points. Brandon Hatfield, he had 22 and 9 rebounds. Man, hey, the dudes play hard. Curtis Williams, a freshman, had 13 points. Tyler had 8 points. Caleb Glenn, 2 points, 8 rebounds. I was talking to Bump and I talked to Don Deed after the game, and I said the thing about it, they actually look like a team. Not saying a great team, not saying a good team. They actually look like a team. That's a difference. That's what people want to see. You know what I'm saying? Not tune in and see, people's walking up the court while the other team is running and about to dunk on them and all this kind of stuff. No effort, things like that. And I would say this. Now, some of these people, oh my gosh, you think Louisville won the championship? No. I don't know how many games is left. I think it's like 15, 16, 17, something like that. You ain't going to win them all, but you need effort like that.
Yeah.
Effort.
Yeah.
Coach, if you really like coaching.
Even in the loss, if you showing effort.
If you showing effort.
Hard, right.
Right.
You can give up half at halftime, and just let them coast.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
If you really want this job, then you got to fight for it. As like coaching, you know what I'm saying? Like he's pushing players and talking to them, you know what I'm saying, in a good way, like get hype and stuff. Bro, you should have been doing this since last year. But see, it's okay to improve yourself. Everybody needs to improve, right? Mm-hmm. I just don't know if he's got enough time. You know what I'm saying? Like if he gets on a hell of a run and something, that's different.
Right.
Then people got to back up. But if you only win like 2 more games, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know.
I mean, it's one game. Do you consider it an improvement? I mean, do they go back to playing the way they played prior to? You know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll see in the next couple games. You know what I'm saying? See if they can string something like that together for 2 or 3 games where they show that full out effort. And you see
Right.
the potential of what they could be.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so I don't know. We'll see.
No, you hit it on the head, man, because you're actually down several scholarship players, your big guys and things like that. So we get it, you know what I'm saying, and some of your other little starters that you had. But I'm with you. We'll see when they play Saturday. Then I need to see after that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see this one game synopsis, 2 games. I need to see a string of games where even if you don't win, you're playing hard, you look like a team. That's all.
Right.
And you're right. We'll see. We're gonna find out real quick. Are you still celebrating because you got that? Then all of a sudden you play NC State on Saturday and get beat by 20 at home.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So we shall see. Oh, I did want to go this way real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I think I just moved a lot of stuff. It's a lot of moving and shaking that's going on in college and professional football. We know that. Now, let me get you in here. Boom. Nick Saban retires from Alabama. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. But also, my guy's 72 years old.
Yeah.
The game's done changed as far as the recruiting game. You know what I'm saying? Transfer portals, the NIL. Dude, 72. I mean, he wasn't no spring chicken. You know what I'm saying? But he was rocking and rolling. Was you shocked when you heard that, man?
I am. Just like you saying, the portals opened up. I mean, you were able to do this pre-portal. You know what I mean? So if you got access to the portal and you know how you are, and players know of who what you about. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have been too hard for him to continue doing what he's been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know it kind of shocked me. Yeah, I wasn't quite ready for that. But is this the end, or is he looking for another job?
You know what? And it's funny because we got another icon that's parting ways, and we'll get to that. But this is a little bit different. Where are you going?
NFL.
I mean, he's been in NFL.
Yeah.
He's been in NFL. He's 72. If he's 62, I can see. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying 72 is, but I can see 62, and he did this, or in his 6th. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and he may not be done, or he may go to, I don't know. He may go to TV and make big time money. He can do. The good thing is, his legacy is so tough. He can do whatever he wants to. He's paid in full. He don't need. And granted, he didn't win no Super Bowl, and that's always a driving force. We understand that. But you was at Miami. You also was at Cleveland, which everybody's going around and seeing that picture with him and Belichick was together on the same staff, but everybody forgot. I mean, nobody knew because Saban wasn't really known. You know what I'm saying? And Belichick was cutting his teeth. So I don't know, but I just know dude ain't got to do nothing. If you Alabama, how you feeling? Because because no matter what, like you said, no matter what, you was going to get the players. I mean, you Nick Saban.
Right.
Like you're Nick Saban. Hell yeah, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm the number 1 player, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5. Yeah, I'm coming there because I know we got a chance anytime, and it's going to 12 teams now too. So yeah, he was set in stone, but it shocked me, and I was like, wait a minute, am I reading this right? You know what I'm saying? Saban gone. Dude did it his way. He did it his way.
Yeah.
So my thing is, now does this fall into like who's gonna be the next to replace him? Like that's gonna be a monster though, because you're gonna be expected to compete for championship.
Into, you know what I mean? So do you bring in somebody who's somewhat on that level, from another institution or whatever, or do you find like a brand new name or somebody maybe who was under him, you know what I'm saying, like one of his coordinators or something takes on the job? I don't know.
You know what the funny thing is, he was notorious for bringing a lot of these guys who got fired and making them consultants, you know what I'm saying, or assistant coaches. Like Charlie Strong, when he got let go of Texas, he was a consultant with Alabama, you know what I'm saying? All these, O'Brien and things like that. So it's open. I mean, you Alabama. It's pretty much open, and like you said, is what you want to do. What do you want to do? Do you want to go ahead and get a coach that's established? Because we already got an Oregon coach said he ain't going nowhere. He's staying there because they said he was one of the top names out there.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, do you go back and get Shark? You know what I'm saying, from Texas and see? And then everybody said, well, why would he leave Texas? He's got all the money and the structures and stuff like that. And that's true. They can outbid you with anything. They got that money.
Right.
But it's going to be like, are these players going to come to Alabama because it's Alabama, or was they coming to Alabama because Alabama and Saban? You know what I'm saying? Because you could just stick in it. Carey, who used to coach in Kentucky, was at Alabama. They was garbage. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you can just plug and go. Even though I know it's bigger, Alabama's always that's king. So my thing is, you can really be selective, but you got to be quick because you're losing recruits. You got the kids. They open up, like when your coach leaves, they open up the portal, a special 30-day, so you can transfer. So you got to move quickly.
Yeah.
Would you go for an NFL guy, or would you go for an established college guy?
I don't know. I think I would probably maybe go for an NFL guy. I need a name. I need somebody who's got some authority, some credibility behind him. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring nobody brand new in there because then too, you come out here, you don't look as good next year. You know what I mean? It's easy to let you go. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think they would go somebody, maybe to the NFL to grab somebody with a name.
Yeah. I mean, I get you. I'm with you, man. Because if it is a college, it has to be whoever's the hottest name who's recruited. Like I said, Oregon said he's done. So who is out there? Who else fits that bill? You know what I'm saying? And whoever it is, you got to go get him. You got to go get him quickly. Otherwise, I'm with you. NFL is chopping coaches and stuff. Go on, get one of them I saw something on the internet, even though I don't think he's going to leave because he's doing his stuff. He's actually got his first head coaching job. But Ryan, let me go Ryan for Houston. He used to play at Alabama. He's from Alabama. But you creating something in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at least let me fail before I come. Let me fail. So now I'm with you, though, on that. I'm with you, cuz, like that. So it's going to, we're going to find out because they got to move quickly. All right. Speaking of the NFL, let's go on and get this party started. Let's get this started. Let's see. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get it. All right, let's go and start with the first one. Browns, 2.5-point favorite at Texans. You already got Warden dinged up, the great DB they have. It's very interesting. Browns, you know what I'm saying? They've been a tough team all year, all that kind of stuff like that. Texas got hot. They got a rookie quarterback, a rookie coach, a rookie D-line, all this kind of stuff. What you think? What's your take? What you got going on?
We got Texans returning to the playoffs for the first time since 2019. CJ Stroud, second overall pick, is the only rookie starting quarterback to make the playoffs this season.
Right.
Facing the Browns for the first time this season. Watson was the QB for the Texans, their last playoff run. Played just 6 games this season for the Browns. This is Flacco's 17th postseason game. He didn't play in the final one with the Ravens, and this is his 16th start.
Wow.
Flacco has 7 playoff road wins, tying him with Tom Brady for the most in league history. Those victories include 2 against Brady in New England, and it's 7-5 on the road. Yeah. This particular game,
what you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Browns on this one. Aren't they at the Browns?
No, it's at Texas.
The Browns are not at home.
Because Texas won their division.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Browns on this one. I think that defensively they've been playing pretty good football. So yeah, I think they'll We're gonna roll away with this one.
This right here, man. This is a toughie because I'm rooting for Texas. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping. I like to see new blood. You know what I'm saying? As far as Stroud and that kind of stuff like that, and coach. You know, big time. We talked about it before. You know, wait, what's that gonna look like when they get their defense? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The players that he wants. Well, you can't go forward. You know what I'm saying? You got to play in the now. You can't go in the future, right? Browns, man. I mean, it's so funny because they like the defense is tough, but every time I watch it, they giving up 20 something points, 30 something. But they, sacks, interception, things like that. My whole thing is this is really going to be quarterback play. Which
Yeah.
quarterback is going to ball?
Yeah.
Because Flacco, does the clock strikes 12 on his old ass? You know what I'm saying? Is the stage too big for CJ? It's going because we
Yeah.
already know we got Super Bowl guy. You know what I'm saying? Flacco stuff like that. He ain't gonna be nervous. But I'm just talking about how his body held up. And if you Coach Ryan, are you blitzing? Are you bringing the noise for him? Are you making it difficult instead of letting him sit back there and pick you apart? Because he showed that he can pick you apart. It's what he's been doing, picking people apart. But I don't know, man. Is this? Yeah, they 6-3 at home, 3-5 away are the Browns.
Flacco hasn't been behind center all season either.
Right.
He came at the end of the year when they got
True.
hot.
That's true. You're right. You absolutely right. What the last 5 games? I mean, they 4-1, and their last one didn't mean nothing.
Right.
Right. So you're right. So he beat and they already played, and they already beat Houston at Houston. 36-22. See, now it got me thinking. Just because they done seen each other. I ain't think did CJ play that game? Because he, you know what I'm saying, he was hurt. Let me see real quick. Let me dive into this real quick. Because this is going to help me with my pick. Or it's going to make my pick a little better. Now, he didn't play. So he has not.
Who's the quarterback for the Browns in that game?
Flacco. It was the last 5 games.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Flacco had 368, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions, no sacks. All right, man. Let me go ahead for my Texans guys, for my Houston Texas fans. I'm gonna ride with y'all, man. I'm gonna ride with y'all. And that's probably because I know some of you guys who are Browns fans has been getting on my nerves all year anyway. I'm going with the Texans. I'm gonna ride with them, man. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real good game. That game, guys, actually, let me back up. That one is actually this Saturday, the 13th, at 4:30, NBC. Next up, now this is gonna be the freeze bowl, ain't it? I mean, they saying it's gonna be so cold. They try to get it changed. They like, we ain't changed this game. And you got the Dolphins, who was in line for the number 2 seed, travels to Chiefs. The Chiefs 4.5-point favorite. Tyreek Hill comes back home in the frozen tundra. I guess they take it over from the Green Bay frozen tundra.
Yeah.
So, what you got on this game, my brother?
Like you said, Tyreek Hill coming back to Kansas City for the first time. High temperatures on Saturday could struggle to reach double digits.
Wow.
By the time kickoff time, it's expected to be well below 0.
Oh my gosh.
Dolphins have lost 10 straight when the temperature is 40 degrees or colder, and by an average of 17 points.
Oh.
Tua is winless in 4 games when it's 45 degrees or lower. Yeah, so he's done. He's not playing. Let me see. The Chiefs playing their 15th straight home playoff game, not counting the 3 Super Bowl appearances, dating back to 2017. Miami has won all 3 of its playoff games against the Chiefs. 2 wild card matchups and a divisional round game in 1971.
Okay.
It was the longest game in NFL history. They have not won a game since December 30th of 2000.
Wow.
The Chiefs led the NFL in drop passes this year, but hold the league's number 2 ranked defense, which held 13 of 17 to under 20 points.
Mm, mm, mm. Before you make your pick, let me do it, and then you do your pick, and
Yeah.
we'll do our pick together. That's how we'll do. We'll do it that way. Hell of a stats that you did, Dr. Stats. That's what I'm gonna call you, Doctor PhD Stats. Dude ain't won a game under 40 degrees or something like that. Is that something you said?
Yeah, Tua has not won a game when the temperature is 45 degrees or lower.
Oh my gosh! And they trying to say he ain't even gonna wear no gloves.
Yeah, he's from Hawaii, man. You know, he don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I get it. But goodness gracious, dude, that's a wrap. It's a wrap because if you played football and that's so cold, man, that's talking like a brick, and you ain't gonna be able to feel your fingers anyway.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like, I guess they're gonna be running that ball because he ain't gonna be throwing it. If he's gonna have to wear some gloves. As soon as that statement came out, they should have said, "Hey, yo, let me talk to you for a minute. Yeah, you're gonna have to, because dude, you ain't gonna be able to feel the ball
Before the end of the game. Yeah, you'll be fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? It sounds good, but Kansas City is at home. It's playoffs. The season has been rocky, even though they won a division. Dolphins had an opportunity to get that home field advantage, and this fell on their face.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I know the Chiefs got one good one left in them. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. I just think, I will love this was a little bit warmer, so we could see Tyreek and them go up and down the field, and the Chiefs, because they're gonna be affected by it too. I mean, you already got receivers who can't catch the ball when the weather's good. What's it gonna look like when that brick comes at you?
That's right. When the weather's good, they can't catch the ball.
Yeah. So I mean, this is gonna be one of them low scoring games because this weather's gonna be frigid, big time, man. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I think them stats you rocked and roll with it. I'm going with the Chiefs too. I just can't see it. And then if Miami lose this game, they got nobody to blame but themselves, because you had a golden opportunity. I don't want to hear about injuries. Injuries, everybody's got injured players, stuff like that. It is what it is. Real quick, let me see. Don D was rolling with the Texans on that first one. He thinks it's going to be an upset. Guys, let us know who you got. Don D said Chiefs will win it in an ugly game. Yeah. Those fans, boy, you better be full on something. Them little warmers ain't going to keep you warm, but I mean, I know you're going to try. That game actually, guys, is Saturday night on Peacock. So if you ain't got Peacock, you better go ahead and download that right now, so you ain't got to worry about it, because if you ain't got Peacock, you ain't going to be watching this game. This is 8 o'clock game. You know they trying to get that money on you, trying to be slick.
Win it nowadays, man. Nobody gets the same. Back in the days, we all had the same TV channels and shit. Nobody watches the same shit anymore. I was telling somebody at work the other day, man, like, dude, we all get our media from different places, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no, the water cooler talk, and did you watch the show last time? No, nobody watched the same shit.
But they so smart, because they know NFL fans are different.
Right.
They gonna go ahead and get that Peacock. If you ain't got it, you gonna get it. They gonna make a killing. They gonna make a killing off it.
Yeah, we done did all this cutting the cord, and now we gotta pay $10 for every channel we want. We need to get back to cable.
Right? Yeah. It's a wrap. It's definitely a wrap. All right, so let's go into the Sunday's game, the early game, the 1 o'clock game. You got the Steelers making the playoff. Coach Tomlin at the Bills. Bills 10-point favorite. People are all upset. Put that stuff on Facebook. The Steelers fans. I don't care if he didn't have a winning. I mean, did he have a winning record? They like, hell, we won Super Bowls. We understand that. You guys win championships. We get it, but it could be worse. That's all I'm saying. It could be worse. You get one of these coaches that don't do anything and you don't even sniff the playoff. That kind of stuff. And the Bills, hey, man, they took care of business. I mean, it wasn't like it was a smooth operation, but they took care of business at Miami, got that 2 seed. What you got?
Mason Rudolph, helped Pittsburgh to run off 3 straight to reach the playoffs for the 11th time in Mike Tomlin's 17 seasons.
Okay.
Rudolph is set to be a free agent in the offseason. So, whatever he does here, can make or break, his next opportunity maybe.
True.
Buffalo, closing the season, winning 5 straight, is allowing an average of 96 yards rushing, but has given up 6 TDs in that time. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, on the other hand, Najee Harris rushing for 4 scores in his past 3 in 312 yards, and Jalen Warren 132 yards and a rushing touchdown over the same span. So those 3 games, those 2 guys are rushing for over 400 yards. The Bills have won 3 of 4, including the 38-3 route in their most recent meeting. Allen threw for 4 touchdowns, and Buffalo totaled 552 yards. That was Kenny Pickett's first start.
Okay.
All right. The winning team in each of their 3 playoff meetings has gone on to reach the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
The Steelers are looking for their first postseason victory since 2016.
No wonder they upset.
Dropped 4 straight playoff games since. Pittsburgh coach Mike Tomlin and Buffalo coach Sean McDermott were college teammates at William and Mary in 93 and 94. McDermott has a 3-1 edge against Tomlin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How you? Well, let me go ahead. Like we'll do it like we did last one. This one right here. This is very interesting because T.J. Watt is done.
Yeah,
he's done. That is. I don't care. That is huge.
Yeah.
That is huge for him not to be playing this game. It hurts. I think these 10 points is a lot. I think it's a lot because they're going to be in snow. They said they might move this game to Cleveland because the weather is so messed up with this one. I don't know, man. I mean, Mason has done a good job, but the games they have won, has they been good teams? Let me go down. Let me go down the memory lane real quick. They beat Baltimore, who had the JV squad out there. They beat the Seahawks, who desperately needed it. Great win. And then they beat the Bengals at home. Yeah, competition's been good. I would say that, minus the Baltimore. But you're going into a different beast. Without T.J. Watt to pressure Allen, I think it's going to be kind of hard. I do, and the running game has been good for the Bills. And we're going to see. I just don't like that 10 points just because that weather is going to be ugly. That's what that. So who you got and why?
With the weather's going to be ugly. I think that goes for both squads. You got
True.
Philadelphia, you got New York. Buffalo's probably one of the worst weather cities in the nation. You know what I mean? So bad weather or whatever, I'm going to give it to the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I think they run away.
Ooh, you think it's going to be a runaway? Ooh,
Yeah.
wait. Okay. I'm going with the Bills, but I like the Steelers to cover, but I don't know. Mason, he done had a good run. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. You better lean heavily on this running game. Those numbers you put down, talking about the duo taking care of business, you got to lean on that no matter what you have to do. This is stay in the game.
Yeah.
This is stay in the game. I mean, big time, because like I said, without TJ putting that pressure on Josh, it's going to be hard. You ain't got to worry about two people on, what I'm saying, on him, chipping him and stuff and where he's going at. Even though they, Highsmith and all them is good, but they're not TJ Watt.
Right.
That's the difference. I'm going to ride with the Bills also. You better lean heavy on that run. Big time. Oh, here we are. That game, like I said, is at 1 o'clock. Here we are. Antwan's Packers versus Will's Cowboys. Cowboys 7.5-point favorite. Cowboy end up with the second seed. Packers and Cowboys go way back. I think, and he's got them stats, and I know he's gonna say, so I'm not gonna steal one of those stats. But this one right here, this is good. This is good. Love's been balling. Has turned the corner. Before he did that, everybody was talking about, man, we got to go ahead and get a quarterback. Now you're not hearing that much. You're not hearing that at all. I'm put it that way. Dude has done a great job. Young receiving core has done a good job. Jones came back, so we're gonna see Cowboys with Dak playing the best he's ever have in his career. CD Lamb putting over game Madden game numbers and stuff. If you're good at Madden, not the horrible one, but the good one, because he's doing ridiculous stuff. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be fun. This game is actually 4:30 on Fox. What you got for us, Twan?
All right. The possibility of at least 2 playoff games at AT&T comes with the Cowboys riding a 16-game home winning streak. Dallas is in the playoffs for the 3rd consecutive season. The franchise hasn't done this since 91 through 96. Cowboys were knocked out by San Francisco in each of the past 2 postseasons, one at home and then one on the road. Dallas won't see the Niners until the NFC title game if
they win.
Prescott lost his playoff debut to Rodgers and Mike McCarthy's Packers. McCarthy is now in his 4th season in charge of the Cowboys. Prescott threw an NFL-leading 36 touchdown passes during the regular season. Love was second at 32.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers have won 9 of the past 10 meetings, including divisional playoff games during the 2014 and 2016 seasons. Aaron Jones has rushed for 370 yards and 6 touchdowns in 3 previous matchups against Dallas. His 6 TD runs are the most by any player against Dallas since 2017. Yeah.
All right. Aaron Rodgers is not walking through that door at all. That guy had the number, had Dallas number big time. Big time, no matter what. I mean, this is including Dez caught the ball moment, all that kind of stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers, you just never felt comfortable with him with the ball, especially if it's the last drive. It's just never. Not saying that Love is not good. I mean, I think he's done a hell of a season. I'm just saying he's not Aaron Rodgers.
He hasn't shown that.
He's not that. He's not that. Jones, hell of a, but it's kind of easy to have great rushing when the defense is geared up for Aaron. Period. And Deuce talent, because not only does he run it, he catches it, and he is a key cog. But how healthy is he? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out big time. He came back last week or whatever it was. He did his thing. So we're gonna see this. Packers had owned them. 9 out of 10. Taking care of business. We shall see. We got an angry lion on the other side. Parsons did not get voted for the players all-pro team.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's really going to show something on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's going to ratchet up. I think it's going to be a good game. Big time. Who you got?
I think it'll be a good game too, man. I kind of give my Packers a hard time, man. But like I said, they're peaking at the right time. But then again, the Cowboys have been so sturdy at home. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Cowboys. As much as I hate to, if I'm betting on
I heard it in your voice. I heard it in
right,
your voice. I had Packers about written down till I heard the voice and I heard it just cringe because you had the Cowboys. And you know what though? It probably gonna be a 3-point game. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be something like that.
mm,
But that depends. Because Jair Alexander rolled his ankle up in practice on Wednesday. So he's gimpy. He may not play. He's the type that you can put him, on CD. But the great thing with what people don't understand what McCarthy has done with CD, he puts him all over.
mhm.
So if you're not used to, it's different playing outside and the inside slots and stuff like that. He's gonna find a way to get that guy the ball. And kudos to McCarthy because he done blew Kellen Moore. Ain't nobody even talking about him. Everybody used to say Kellen Moore, he's a guru and stuff. McCarthy said, look, if I'm going to lose my job, it's going to be me calling the plays.
Right.
And Dallas at home, that offense is different. Totally different. So I'm going with the Cowboys. It's got a chance to be one of those who's got the ball and who's kicker can kick and stuff like that. But that's if we see the Love that's been playing the last 5, 6, 7 games, if we see something that looks like beginning, it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to rock and roll. So I think it's going to be a good game, though. That game, like I said, is at 4:30, guys. Make sure you tune in on that one. This one right here, the 8 o'clock game, NBC style. You got the Rams and Stafford going back home to Detroit. Detroit is the 3-point favorite. Stafford and them was dead in the water, turned the corner, do what they doing. And now, everybody talking about they like one of the hottest teams, and the offense is hot. Let's put it that way, and scary to play them. Now, Detroit, you almost let it bite you in your ass when you lost to Dallas, and y'all still been complaining. Now you got this guy that they said that there's a rumor going around that they said that no one can wear a Stafford jersey at the game. I hope that's not true. I really hope that's true. I really hope that's not true.
Again, I don't know because he did just leave and just win a Super Bowl like immediately. Like
his team was
he
better.
Get to the playoffs with y'all. You know what I mean?
He made it a couple times. But they ain't do nothing. But what you got?
Let me see what I got. Matt Stafford, back to Detroit 3 years after asking for a trade. I think that was a win-win for both teams. They got a bunch of first-round picks. They were able to pick up Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs and who else was it?
Yeah, Campbell, Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson. You know what I mean? So I think that turned out well for both teams. Now they're in here in this playoffs. Looking against each other. Detroit. Most recent playoff victory was January 5th of 1992.
Oh, Lord.
That was the franchise's only postseason win in 6+ decades. The Rams earned a postseason bid for the 5th time with Coach Sean McVay's 7 seasons. Mm-hmm. With this one, I just think, the Rams right now they're playing better. Hot football. They're really good. They've got weapons in Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams and Cooper Kupp. You know what I mean? They're offensively just.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit better team offensively. So I'm gonna get the Rams. The upset as far as the spread is concerned.
This game right here, the scary thing is which quarterback you trust the most. Even though Stafford. He got him in the playoffs. They didn't win. You threw that number up. Nobody won since '92 or whatever it was. But Stafford was putting up ridiculous numbers on a horrible defensive team. He was throwing around, but that defense was garbage. Rams, McVay is a genius. Dude know his offense. He's gonna scheme this right. And then is Laporta playing? They said he got an outside shot of playing in this game.
They said he claims that he's ran some routes this week, and he's done some blocking drills, So it looks like he might play. But I think it might be a little early for him
until he has to chip Donald.
Right.
and that knee give out or whatever. You better sit back and relax and hope that your team can take care of business. But also, one of the hidden things is I love Montgomery. I love Gibbs. But I also like Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams is taking care of business, and he fits that style. And it's this right here is which quarterback and also the defense. Which defense is going to withstand this? Because we know that Detroit still gives up a lot of points. A lot of points. Whoo. Okay. All right. You got the Rams. Oh, man. All right, bro. This is tough, but I'm gonna have to go with the Rams just because I think the Lions are too green. Not Goff. We understand he done went to the Super Bowl with the Rams. Don't forget, he went with the Rams, but he ain't got McVay in his ear no more.
Right.
He's got Dan Campbell and all them and Ben Johnson. That's not McVay. So we're gonna see. And Don D said he got the Rams at the end. You're right. My thing is I distrust Stafford better than I do Goff.
Right.
I'm gonna go. So we all got the Rams. We got the Rams. Okay, that's cool. And they getting the points. Last but not least, as far as the actual games, you got the limping Eagles, 3-point favorite at the Bucks. And I'm going to say this. This could not have played out any more perfect for the Eagles. Would you rather go to, granted, they wanted the number 2. We understand that. You want number 2. But would you rather go to the Bucks or Detroit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially you limping. You're not even at full strength. You got all kinds of stuff going on with that, man, and that works perfect. You got Baker. Which Baker we gonna get? We got Baker had a hell of a season for him. Big time. He done got them in the playoffs. Something that Mr. Winston, Mr. W's and stuff couldn't do or whatever. But this is gonna be interesting. What we gonna have? Who's showing up? Who's actually done quit already? What you got for this game?
Jalen Hurts, injured middle finger on his throwing hand. He's thrown for career highs of 38, 58 yards and 23 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 15. Baker, back in the playoffs for the first time since 2020. He's completed 64% of his passes for a career single-season best of 4,044 yards.
Wow.
And 28 touchdowns. The Eagles ranked 31st in pass defense, allowing 252 yards a game. Evans and Godwin, 1,255 and 1,024 respectively, are one of 3 sets of teammates who have had more than 1,000 yards receiving in 2002 and 2003. Evans has tied Tyreek Hill for the NFL lead in TD catches at 13. The Eagles lead the regular series season at 9-8, but the Bucks hold a 3-2 edge in the playoffs, including the past 2. The Buccaneers are the only NFC team that's appeared in the playoffs each of the past 4 seasons. A lot of that has to do with Tom Brady.
Mr. Brady.
Right.
Yeah. The Eagles, man, it's just a mystery because they started out so hot. It was taking care of business. When are we going to hold Jalen Hurts accountable? Dude's got, don't get me wrong, he rushed for every tush push, TD, and first down. Anybody can get that. You got Swift back there. They can get that. But dude had 23 TDs and 15 interceptions. And I haven't heard anybody complain about that. That is awful. That is awful. And everybody's right. But Jalen, no. He's not had a bad year, and he needs to be held accountable for it. The thing about it is, I'm glad Swift got 1,000 yards, but hell, he barely got it because all that tush pushing and all that kind of stuff, and letting him run the ball and protect your quarterback. The fingers messed up. A.J. Brown's knees dinged up itself. A.J. Brown ended up with 1456. Hell, he had about 1,000 6 games ago. So I just don't get it. And is the Super Bowl hangover? What's going on? There's a lot of friction in that locker room. A.J. Brown is upset with a lot of this stuff, these play callers and stuff. But it's funny because you know that, dude, they spread the ball around. You're not going to be the sole one. You know what I'm saying? You got Smith, who's a hell of a receiver, too. You got Dallas Goedert, who's a good tight end. You got many weapons. Then, like I said, Hurts can take off and run and take care of business. It's just that defense, man. Let's talk about that defense. That Eagle defense got a lot of names, but it's like empty. They got a lot of problems in that secondary. So Mike Evans, he can have a field day. If Baker can stay upright, Mike Evans is going to eat. And don't forget Godwin. He's going to eat. And then I like to see what White going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was talking about, their Eagles defense is not the same, bro. And that's going to be a problem. Who you got in this game?
Dude, I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks on this one, man. I think I'm looking for an upset, and this one might be it.
Well, I'm gonna say this. It's and I get it because the Eagles, was 11-6 and rock and roll, and and the Bucks, nobody respects Baker, not really. Let's be honest. 9-8, and the division kind of sucked, but the last 5 games, the Eagles has lost 4. The one win was to the Giants, and then they lost the last game to the Giants, and everybody, did they start? Yeah, they started their players because they wanted to get that number 2 seed and got bopped in the head. Carolina, the Bucks beat Carolina 9-0. It didn't, on the road. Man, it's just that Baker.
That's a little ugly, but right.
Yeah. I just don't. It's just kind of hard to say Baker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard for me to figure out what's the Eagles' problem these
True.
last few weeks, right? You know
True.
what I mean? It's like, what are we gonna get? Are we gonna get a team that resembles what they were earlier in the season, or are we just gonna get a continuation of what we've seen the last 5 weeks?
I think trying to get that for you saw begin is over with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a finger on your hand that you throw with.
Right. And you got a receiver that's dinged up, right? And then the other receiver, Smith, went out because his ankle. So you got a banged up offensive group. You're right. And the thing about it is that if this was anybody but the Bucks, everybody would take the other team. They wouldn't take the Eagles. That's the problem. And they feel disrespected. They 3-point underdog. I'm gonna go with the Bucks because they might. It might be this way. Because if you win, you probably got to go to San Fran. You don't want to see San Fran again.
Yeah, man.
They took your soul. You know what I'm saying? That's right. When the downfall started, when they got beat up by 49ers. And they never regrouped. They lost to the 49ers, got smacked by Cowboys. Then they, you know what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff. They haven't regrouped. So I'm going to go with them, and we'll see. So, hey, yeah. Woo. Man, that's ugly. All right, before we get off of here, let's do it this way. The Patriots part ways with Belichick. That part ways is being nice. I heard that, pretty much old boy fired him. He was done. He didn't like how things was going the last 3 to 4 years. Still shocking because I thought he was probably kind of like Saban as far as he can leave when he want to leave. Like, you ain't going to force him out.
Right. On some odd shit, right? You just going to let you go until you not, when you can't no more.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. You too busy. You say, get up out of here. Kraft, like, you done. And he said, look, he ain't done. So now you got to consider him for these vacancies.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's different. Oh, boy walked away. He said, I'm gone for Alabama. Dude said, dude, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Right.
So, was you shocked about this?
To a degree, yes. You know, I mean, even though there's been rumblings about it all season, you know what I mean? Nobody expect him to really just go ahead and slice him, like, you know what I mean? No, I didn't expect that at all, you know. But the fact that he's not finished, you know what I mean? Now he gets an opportunity to go out here like Tom did outside of the organization and prove that, you know, this was real, you know what I mean? Who I am as a coach is you
Right.
know, real. So we'll see, you know what I mean?
I'm with you. I think it shocked me. I mean, we all heard about it, but I think it shocked how it was done.
Mm-hmm.
How it's coming out that he was this, yeah, you out of here type stuff. Real quick, before we move on, where should he go?
I don't know, man. There's a few teams out here that need a good coach. Shit. I don't know.
Because right now, hold on, let me help you out real quick. Right now,
Panthers need a coach.
who?
The Panthers need a coach.
Yeah. As far as the coaching jobs, we talking about the Titans need a coach. The Raiders, the Chargers, Washington, of course, Carolina, like you said, Atlanta.
I could see him in somewhere like Washington.
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Yeah, I don't know. I could see him somewhere like Washington, or maybe it was one of those that you had mentioned early.
Like the Chargers.
No.
Let me see.
It's one of those lower level teams.
The Titans.
Yeah, you know, the Titans.
The Raiders.
No, yeah, the Raiders. That was the one.
Okay.
The Raiders. I can see him at the Raiders. And I can probably see him at Washington. You know, Washington's kind of similar to, like, you know, New England in the historical sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can see him somewhere like that.
Yeah, I mean, big time. I can see him like that. You know, not no great big city. I don't think he's trying to do all that hustle and bustle. But it's like, if you want the best quarterback, that's Chargers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? What you think should already be established, and then it's to be the dominoes effects. But yeah, it is what it is, and an end of an era. He's gone. Brady's gone. It's done. Speaking of end of an era, the Seahawks fired head coach Pete Carroll. That's why I said the Seahawks. This really shocked me. Like, dude, every time somebody says, a coach says, look, I got all this energy and I can rock and roll, slice. That's what he did after the last game they played. He said, yeah, I'm telling you, I'm still want to coach. I'm still doing this. I'll be back for next year. Right. Got rid of him. Woo! What you feel about this firing?
Yeah, man, that was another rough one, you know. It's always hard seeing, you know, somebody who's been successful at any point in their career, you know what I mean, kind of lose it, you know. Is it over for you just because you have a couple, you know, rough seasons or whatever, or, you know, you don't quite get to where you want it to go? I think no, because there's so many teams in the league and only one's going to win every year, you know.
Right.
You just got to hope to be able to compete, you know, to be in that top maybe 5, 6, 7 teams, you know what I'm saying, every year, you know what I'm saying, that makes it to the playoffs or whatever. I don't know, man. And then where did they go, you know? Saban? Yeah. You know, I don't know, right?
All right, Pete Carroll might go back. Well, look, you remember he was at USC. Maybe do you go? If Alabama be like, how many more years you got? You want to do about 2, 3? You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know, because to me, like, you know, I ain't gonna put it on her because we're gonna cut it off. But you know, Mike Verba got cut. Slice, he's probably going to New England, and they said if not, then Mayo, who's already on staff, is be in New England. So you got some dudes that are some good coaches out there. So now it's going to be let's hurry up and get it. Let's hurry up and get somebody, and so we can move on. You know, that kind of stuff. So it is what it is, and we're going to move on too. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate you guys. Peace out.
It's 8 p.m. Crease. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.